Princess Lilibet Diana had been christened. Why would they use a title for their children that represents an institution they loathe so much? Well, Harry and Meghan have never provided any evidence for that highly insensitive, never pregnant at all. Instead, the videos embolden conspiracy theorists. They're calling it Megspiracy, and the pair are being subjected to yet more merciless ridicule.
They're hiding something, and the cracks are starting to show. A royal family, 2 children, and a paper trail that doesn't quite connect. This isn't gossip. This is documented inconsistency. And once you hear it laid out piece by piece, you're going to have questions too. Let's go back to the beginning. Harry and Meghan spent years telling the world the monarchy was toxic, traumatizing, a trap disguised as privilege. Harry wrote a whole book about his wounds. Meghan sat across from Oprah, eyes glistening, and painted the palace as an institution that nearly broke her. So explain this to me. If the monarchy is so damaging, why are your children now being called Prince and Princess? Why are those titles on every press release? Why is the word Sussex the first thing attached to every business deal, every brand partnership, every Netflix pitch? Because here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Those titles are the product. Strip them away, the whole empire starts to crumble. And some people believe that's exactly what's coming. But wait, before we get there, we need to talk about the birth records, because this is where the story gets genuinely strange. Royal births follow a ritual, not a tradition, a ritual. Named doctors, verified timelines, signed bulletins posted on a gilded easel outside Buckingham Palace. It happened with George, Charlotte, Louis. Every single time. Signatures, birth weight, timestamp, doctor's name, public, official, undeniable. Now picture Archie's arrival. The announcement came after he was already born. No named attending doctors, no signatures on the official release, no bulletin on the easel, just a statement from Harry and Meghan's team. For a regular celebrity baby, nobody blinks. But this child is in the British line of succession, and in that world, those missing details don't just look sloppy, they look like something was deliberately kept vague. This part doesn't add up. Then comes Lilibet, born in California, entirely managed by their private team, no UK royal doctors involved, no palace bulletin, none of the institutional process that's supposed to accompany a child connected to the crown. And then, wait, some fans started digging into Church of England records for Lilibet's christening. What they reportedly found? Nothing. No official entry in any registry, no confirmation from a bishop, nothing acknowledged by the Archbishop's office. Absolutely nothing. A royal christening isn't a photo op. It's a formal act. It ties a child to the crown and the church. It gets recorded. It gets verified. It leaves a paper trail. So where is it? And then we get to the birth certificate. Archie's original birth certificate, registered May 17, 2019, listed Meghan as Rachel Meghan, Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. Fine, makes sense. But months later, though, her full legal name was reportedly removed. Rachel Meghan Markle, gone. What's left is just a title. No first name, no surname, just a royal designation floating on a legal document with no human name attached to it. When people asked why, Meghan's team pointed at the palace. The palace pointed back at Meghan's team. Nobody claimed it. Nobody explained it. The paper was just changed and left there. Honestly, that timing feels deeply suspicious. Now here's where it gets explosive. Some people online, and yes, they're calling it Megspiracy, some fans began speculating about something far more controversial. Questions about whether Meghan was ever visibly pregnant. questions about surrogacy, questions about what was and wasn't shown publicly. Now, to be clear, these are theories, unverified, unproven, speculation. But here's what's undeniable. Harry and Meghan's own choices fueled every single one of these questions. The privacy walls, the selective reveals, the carefully controlled imagery. You can't demand total privacy and then act surprised when the gaps get filled with speculation. And then there's this detail that people cannot stop talking about. The doctor who allegedly delivered Lilibet reportedly closed her practice just 2 weeks after the birth. 2 weeks. People questioned it immediately. And what was the official response? Silence. That silence is doing a lot of heavy lifting right now. Enter Piers Morgan. Love him or hate him, and plenty of people do both, he has been hammering one central question for months now. Where is the evidence? Not speculation, not assumptions, actual verifiable documentation that answers the questions being raised publicly. 6 hours of Netflix content, dozens of interviews, a memoir that went into extraordinary personal detail, and yet the one thing that would shut down every conspiracy theory instantly has never been produced. And now, here's the part that changes everything. Multiple senior sources are reporting that Prince William is no longer just watching from a distance. He's reportedly moving, quietly, deliberately. And the question being asked in royal circles isn't if he strips Harry and Meghan of their titles anymore, it's when. But it doesn't stop with Harry and Meghan. Reports suggest this could extend to Archie and Lilibet too. All 4 names. One decision, one move that would strip the Sussex brand of the one thing holding it all together. Piers Morgan's take is, without those titles, Harry is just a man who walked away from the most famous family in the world, and Meghan is just an actress who married into it. That's not a brand. That's not a Netflix pitch. That's not a legacy. 3 possible outcomes are circulating right now. A quiet freeze. Titles stay on paper but disappear from public use. A slow reclassification. Their names quietly removed from official royal listings with 0 announcement. Or full removal. No warning, no press conference, no dramatic moment. Just a subtle update in an official document somewhere, and suddenly the Sussex empire has no foundation left to stand on. Piers Morgan says option 3 is no longer hypothetical, and the palace? Still silent. No denial, no clarification, just that same heavy, loaded nothing, which is either completely fine, or it means the decision is already made. So here's what I need to know from you. Do you think there's something genuinely being hidden here, or has speculation completely overtaken reality? Because either way, something is about to break. And when it does, nothing about this story will look the same. Drop your thoughts below, right now, because this comment section is about to get very interesting.